My name is Steph Hartley. I'm the CEO at Wrexham Glyndŵr Students' Union, and today I have the absolute honour of announcing the election results this year. I'm happy to say that our Deputy Returning Officer has declared this election valid and fair in accordance with our bylaws, and we are therefore able to announce the results. The polls officially closed at 4 p.m. today, and we received 4,129 individual votes cast by 546 voters. This is an increase on our turnout in last year's elections, so thank you to everybody who's voted. We use the single transferable vote system in all of our elections. This process means that in order to win, a candidate needs to surpass a certain quota. If no candidate reaches the quota on the first round, then it moves to another round where the quota is reduced, and so on until we have a winner. If more than one candidate surpasses the quota, the winner is the candidate who has received the highest number of first preference votes. I'll be reading out the results in no particular order tonight, but I will begin with the part-time officer roles. But just before I do, I'd like to take this opportunity to say a huge congratulations to all of our candidates. It's an incredibly challenging thing to stand in an election at the best of times, never mind in the middle of a global pandemic. You've all done a wonderful job at creating engaging and relevant campaigns this year, and you should all be exceedingly proud of yourselves, whatever the result. Now, on to the results. We had 4 candidates standing to be International Officer this year. Those candidates were Vamshi Jalala, Andre Trimbitas, Raghuram Vadlamudi, and Suluchana Gala. The quota to reach for this position at the first stage was 174.5 votes. No candidate surpassed this, so we moved to elimination stage 1. The candidates with the fewest votes at this stage were Suluchana Gala and reopened nominations, and therefore they were eliminated and their votes reallocated. At elimination stage 2, the quota to surpass was 158.5 votes. Vamshi Jalala received 175 votes. Andre Trimbitas received 100 votes. Raghuram Vadlamudi received 142 votes. This means that Vamshi Jalala surpassed the quota and is duly elected as International Students Officer. Congratulations, Vamshi. We had 1 candidate standing to be Degree Apprenticeships Officer this year. That candidate was Martin Price. The quota for this position was 126 votes. Martin Price received 245 votes. Reopened nominations received 7 votes. Therefore, Martin Price surpassed the quota and is duly elected as Degree Apprenticeships Officer. Congratulations, Martin. We had 2 candidates standing to be Equal Opportunities Officer this year. Those candidates were Nicholas Jones and Neil Martin. The quota for this position was 153.5 votes. No candidate surpassed this, so we moved to elimination stage 1, where the quota is now 149 votes. At this stage, Nicholas Jones received 155 votes. Neil Martin received 143 votes. Reopened nominations received 15 votes. Nicholas Jones surpassed the quota and is duly elected as Equal Opportunities Officer. Congratulations, Nicholas. We had 1 candidate standing to be our faculty rep for the Faculty of Arts, Science and Technology this year. That candidate was Mark Gregory. The quota for this position was 122.5 votes. Mark Gregory received 230 votes. Reopened nominations received 15 votes. Mark Gregory surpassed the quota and is duly elected as faculty rep for the Faculty of Arts, Science and Technology. Congratulations, Mark. We had 1 candidate standing to be Black, Asian and Ethnic Minority Officer this year. That candidate was Amitoj Singh. The quota for this position was 132 votes. Amitoj Singh received 247 votes. Reopened nominations received 17 votes. Therefore, Amitoj Singh surpassed the quota and is duly elected as Black, Asian and Ethnic Minority Officer. Congratulations, Amitoj. We had 2 candidates standing to be LGBT plus officer this year. Those candidates were Sophie Roberts and Jago Thomas. The quota for this position was 142.5 votes. Sophie Roberts received 192 votes. Jago Thomas received 83 votes. Reopened nominations received 10 votes. Therefore, Sophie Roberts surpassed the quota and is duly elected as LGBT plus officer. Congratulations, Sophie. We had 2 candidates standing to be mature students officer this year. Those candidates were Elizabeth Morley and James Coleman Mills. The quota for this position was 146.5 votes. Elizabeth Morley received 196 votes. James Coleman Mills received 87 votes. Reopened nominations received 10 votes. Therefore, Elizabeth Morley surpassed the quota and is duly elected as mature students officer. Congratulations, Elizabeth. We had 1 candidate standing to be faculty rep for the Faculty of Social and Life Sciences this year. That candidate was Kerry Oakeyhart. The quota for this position was 123.5 votes. Kerry Oakeyhart received 238 votes. Reopened nominations received 9 votes. Therefore, Kerry Oakeyhart surpassed the quota and is duly elected as faculty rep for the Faculty of Social and Life Sciences. Congratulations, Kerry. We had 2 candidates standing to be open place officer this year, and there are 2 places available in this position. Those candidates were Amelia Cranfield and Nathan Butler. The quota for this position was 85.66 votes. Amelia Cranfield received 159 votes. Nathan Butler received 92 votes. Reopened nominations received 6 votes. Therefore, both Amelia Cranfield and Nathan Butler surpassed the quota and are duly elected as open place officers. Congratulations, Amelia and Nathan. We had 1 candidate standing to be postgraduate officer this year. That candidate was Tegan Brierley Solis. The quota for this position was 137.5 votes. Tegan Brierley Solis received 238 votes. Reopened nominations received 16 votes. Therefore, Tegan Brierley Solis surpassed the quota and is duly elected as postgraduate officer. Congratulations, Tegan. We had 2 candidates standing to be sustainability officer this year. Those candidates were Dan Holmes and Sammy Spillane. The quota for this position was 146.5 votes. No candidates surpassed this, so we move to elimination stage 1. The new quota to surpass is 144 votes. At this stage, Dan Holmes received 143 votes. Sammy Spillane received 145 votes. Reopened nominations received 10 votes. Therefore, Sammy Spillane surpassed the quota and is duly elected as Sustainability Officer. Congratulations, Sammy. And on to the final of our part-time officer roles. So we had 1 candidate standing to be Welsh Language Officer this year. That candidate was Kerry Ellen Speddy. The quota for this position was 141 votes. Kerry Ellen Speddy received 270 votes. Reopened nominations received 12 votes. Therefore, Kerry Ellen Speddy surpassed the quota and is duly elected as Welsh Language Officer. Congratulations, Kerry Ellen. We will now move on to our full-time officer roles, beginning with the results for the Vice President role. We had 3 candidates standing to be Vice President of the Students' Union this year. Those candidates were Lauren Hole, Thomas Hindle, and Charlie Wiles. The quota for this position was 185 votes. At stage 1, no candidate surpassed this quota, so we moved on to elimination stage 1. The new quota is now 170.5 votes. Lauren Hole received 213 votes. Thomas Hindle received 128 votes. Charlie Wiles received 76 votes, and reopened nominations received 7 votes. Therefore, Lauren Hole surpassed the quota and is duly elected as Vice President of the Students' Union. Congratulations, Lauren. We had 3 candidates standing to be president this year. Those candidates were Chloe Wynne Williams, Ariana Bradshaw, and Emir Owen. The quota for this position was 205 votes. At stage 1, no candidates surpassed this quota, so we moved on to elimination stage 1. The new quota is now 189 votes. Chloe Wynne Williams received 217 votes. Ariana Bradshaw received 161 votes. Emir Owen received 100 votes. Reopened nominations received 9 votes. Therefore, Chloe Wynne Williams surpassed the quota and is duly elected as President of the Students' Union. Congratulations, Chloe. That's the end of our results for this evening. Thank you for joining us. Huge congratulations to all of the winning candidates. I look forward to working with you all this year. And a thank you to all candidates who stood in these elections. It is a really difficult thing to do, and I would strongly encourage you to stand in future elections or get involved with your Students' Union in another way if you can. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all of the students who voted. We could not have run this election without you. Thank you.